So Killeen is one of my favorite markets right now for buyers to invest in, but sheerly because of the potential for future growth. And right now, prices have stabilized and it's still very, very affordable. Let's dive into the numbers. What's going on, guys? It's your favorite real estate agent in the whole entire world, Mr. Stephen Harris, and we're diving into these numbers on Killeen. Still, the total market action is slowing up, of course. Inventory is still going up, but it's climbing at a way slower rate. Let's check that inventory chart out right now. So on the 7-day, we're still super high, but as you can see, it's a way slower turn on the 90-day. So inventory is up. We still haven't hit those pre-pandemic levels on the 90-day, but we are there on the 7-day. So I think we're gonna surpass those pre-pandemic levels here in the next couple of months. Right now, it's like PCS season for Killeen, so a lot of the inventory is gonna get scooped up. But right now, it's looking like we're kind of hitting a certain stasis and a level of normality in Killeen. I think we're gonna stay around this median list price of about $275. If you look, it has not moved too drastically in the last month or two. So I think that $275 is gonna be our number, at least going into the rest of the year. And experts are predicting a pretty flat market over the next year or so. So that's still up huge. If we even look at January 2021, average list price was around $175, and now we're sitting at $275. So that thing almost doubled. So that is nuts. And a lot of people really got lucky with their purchases in Killeen. So I think my heads up would be for my sellers right now. Killeen is a price sensitive market. So make sure you are pricing competitively. If you are worried about missing out on the craze of buyers, you missed it. It's gone. But your equity is still a lot higher than it was at the beginning of the year and way higher than it was last year. So take advantage of those gains, but don't get too greedy. And if your home is sitting on the market, then it's probably priced too high. You can even sell a home that's not in the greatest condition if you make it a compelling price. So if you don't want to chop a ton off of your equity right now, a great thing might be to add some incentives for a interest rate buy down. So rates are above the 6% level in September of this year right now. So that's a great incentive for a buyer to help make your house more affordable. Whereas if you drop the price $5K, it might take off $100. But if you put $5K towards the interest rate, it takes almost $200 off of their monthly payment. So that's just something to consider. It's going to be a rough market for my sellers kind of moving forward, but it is not the way it was. Back in the day, it was 90 days and you were sitting and that's just what it was. So now 30 days is kind of what I'm seeing. If you look at my average days on market, it says 42, but I think that is incorporating a lot of people who listed at a really high price and are still fighting against the current wave of the market. But if you go with the flow, you price competitively, and you only look at homes that have sold or gone under contract in the last 30 or 60 days, you're gonna be fine. You can't take a house that sold in March and then price your house based off of that just because things have changed so drastically. You literally have to look at what's gone in the past 30 to 60 days. Also, don't pay attention to what is actually listed on the market. If you do, I want you to look at the days on market because that's super important. Just because a house looks like it might not be better than yours, but it is still priced at a price that you think you might like for yours, or maybe you think your house is worth more, I want you to go and look at those days on market and say, hey, am I willing for my house to sit on the market for this amount of days in order for me to fetch this amount of money? There's a couple things to take into account with that, right? There's holding cost and other things that come along with having your home on the market for that long. So keep that in mind. If you're a seller that has to sell, has to move soon, price it compellingly. You'll still get a nice chunk of equity that you might have gained over the past few years that has never happened in Killeen ever before. So I would say feel fortunate to have that. Don't get too greedy. Just take what you can get and move out. If you know you have a great house and you know you have it priced right, just be patient. A buyer will come. But if they sense a little bit of greed on your part, they're going to wait. They're going to wait you out. And then the longer the house sits on the market, the less chance you have of actually getting that original price. So if you feel like you got to throw it out there for above the market price, then do it. But I would have some stop gaps in mind, and you never, ever, ever want to go against the market. It's always going to speak and tell you what your next move should be. So this has kind of been my analysis on Killeen right now. I still think it is a great buy for buyers, and I think my sellers who are selling and that have bought in the last few years, still super lucky. You still had a huge increase, and yeah, our price per square foot is staying steady. I think we've found our floor. I think we've found where we're going to be for at least the next year or so. So let's hold on. Let's make smart decisions. And if you need any help making those decisions and navigating this crazy market that we're in, and you want real facts, not like scare me tactics and news, please feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to have a one-on-one with you and just talk about your goals, talk about your questions, anything that you might have for me. All right. Thanks for spending a little bit of time here with me today. Hope you have a great one. See you next time. Peace.